And then you can see Turtle Island, you can start to see that the head is coming out. We go further south and it's more defined. The beaches are my favorite spots. So the treasures that I find, on the bottom of my piece, you can see the reflection of the shells. You'll see this pattern also on the beach. The water runs in and the water runs out. It'll make these ridges in the sand. Our windows broke.
You're making a video now?
Yeah, they're filming me as I'm talking to you.
Oh, dude, I'll leave you then. Okay, I'll be on speaker and shit.
I am.
Alright, take care. Let me know.
Alright.
Oh, did you see the clothes?
I did, they're pretty nice.
Oh, dude, yeah, like,
Alright, good, you're right.
stuff.
Been here now about a year and a half. I just enjoy going to the beach, so I think about the beach and I think about Turtle Island. Before, when I was making pieces, I was using more of a earth tone palette, and now it's become a little bit more shiny, a little bit more colorful, so it's reflecting from the colors of the ocean, the sky, the clouds. For me, I draw a lot of inspiration from nature, experiencing nature, so whenever I'm climbing a mountain or on a beach, yeah, I don't really care for symmetry so much. I like things to be more organic. They don't have to be perfect. So if I just take some clay and I can stretch it so that it's not a perfect circle. Instead, I can stretch it out. I think this is more interesting to me. I don't like rules. I go to the beach. I'm looking for cockle shells because I can use these when I fire my pieces. To leave a nice imprint of the shell on the surface of the piece. It's an important detail because that informs my work in a different way.
Anyways, a lot of my friends are here because, yeah, they like being by the beach, right? So there's other foreigners around the town too. Because you would feel the same. I mean, if you move outside Taiwan, you would feel appreciative to have other people that are from Taiwan, even Asia, around that you might be able to get to know in a new area.
So share.
I don't want.
The reason I moved to Tochon is I like that it's a small town. I like there's not a lot of people. I like that there's not big, huge buildings everywhere, right? So I would just say, like, that's one thing I think in Taiwan they should try to work on. As they try to develop some area for tourism or try to build a city, it's like, how do you kind of keep it smaller? 我们要那个乡下感觉, like this, right? And don't just let any huge buildings come in, takes away.
There's an old city in New Mexico, Santa Fe. It's one of the older cities in the United States. And everybody has to follow the city ordinance, like what he's saying. All the buildings are low. You're not allowed to build anything too tall because they want to keep the view of the mountains and those beautiful sunsets. Even like the McDonald's, they're not allowed to put a sign up in the air. The facade of the building has to be in adobe. It's not allowed to be red, yellow, whatever.
Exactly. It'd be cool if new buildings have to look like Amafanza, right? That's what you want. So it's like it's done new, but still keeps a cool small town vibe. And more tourism want to keep coming there.
Right, because then it's got a nice authentic feel to it.
Right.
I know sometimes when you live in a nice place to live, you don't actually get to go out and go and enjoy it. And it's like, take for granted your surroundings rather than get into them and enjoy them. I think just get out to the beach and enjoy the view and the sounds and the breeze, the smells. Usually after 4 o'clock, then the sun begins to go down over the mountains. The clouds usually become more pretty because of the sunset. You'll get purples, blues, greens, pinks, lavender out of the clouds. The gradations of color, how they change, just how amazing it is. If you take 3 footsteps, you look again, the clouds have changed, the colors have changed. Especially when there's storms over here, the sun's over there, the moon's coming up over there. There's a lot of different things going on.
布莱恩一直想要去龟山岛，因为他对于地质就很有兴趣，很有研究。可是因为就刚好遇到疫情，然后我们又忙东忙西，所以就一直没机会去。对于一个陶艺家，其实跟土之间其实就是在培养感情。 有机会的话，就也想要看看说龟山岛上面是不是也有土，采集以后，然后烧完以后又是长什么样子，也会让我们很好奇。
现在夏天，如果没有冲浪的话，喜欢 like maybe 去游泳，在一个 like 小小的河。哎，秋天在哪里？去朋友家里去玩。这个地方我们自己做，跟一些朋友在大坑要一个地方可以享受休息。见面跟朋友烤肉，所以就是可以在海边比较多时间。台湾不错，是一个岛，所以全部附近有山的地方很近，有海边的地方很近。这是个。
I was teaching a class in Dallas, Texas, and I had a student, she was from Lithuania, and she asked me about my family name because it sounded familiar to her. She asked if I knew the original spelling of it, and I said I did, and I showed it to her. When I showed her the original spelling of the name, her eyes kind of got big, and she says, "Oh, you know what that means?" I said, "No." She said, "Your name means bowl maker." So somewhere in time, my family made bowls, and I was very surprised by that. This plaster, you can buy it at a paint store and make your own mold.
你如果真的想要，你也可以自己在材料行买到这个石膏粉，然后自己做你自己的石膏板。所以这个石膏板是老师自己做的。对。好，你看，这就是一体化好土了。哇，这是一个，你看老师现在手上做是在练。
And what I'm doing now is compressing the clay.
它是那个是我的。他现在手的这个方法是让土越来越紧，让把那个土每一个让它均匀的，为了给你线。
Giving it a squeeze and a pat, a squeeze, pat, turn. And what I'm doing,
捏它再转，捏它再捏，捏它再转。
it's also mixing the clay so that it has an even moisture content all around.
所以这个作用是让整颗土的那个什么分配都是平均的。对。
And then we can start to use it. As you can see, it's very lazy. It's kind of like, it doesn't want to stand up very well. So as it gets drier, it'll be a little bit easier.
白带的软塌塌的，因为水分很多。那等它再干一点点的时候，你就可以再捏它，比较容易做。
It's clay because it can expand and with the moisture. The kids had a good time. They have the mountains, they have the beach. They can use their own ideas of what they can do with their own environment and their hands.
他们来到这边，带一些他们个人各有的长处啊，他们的技艺啊。比如他台语他很棒，他就带领我们这边小朋友、大人、小孩。
The first time I come, I felt very comfortable because here's another artist that's working, is very comfortable using this material at a very high skill level.
because you usually stand on that side to look at here.
Yeah, just
And
a little bit
now
closer
you are
now.
in the middle.
Now it's like zooming in my picture.
Oh, zoom in your picture. Cool. You never zoom this in, huh?
Can I have some silence?